Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join three Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelli, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelli.
So we are talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. But before we do that, I would like to do my call to action. And I would like to thank everybody. We got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which was what my goal was. It's what I was shooting for. So it is working. So anyone who's listening to us, please head over to YouTube and subscribe, because we do need subscribers on YouTube. And thank you for everyone who did subscribe already.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we are going to be doing episode 1 and 2, because initially Kelli and I were not going to do Atlanta until we finished up Southern Hospitality. But after looking at our YouTube engagement on Southern Hospitality, I decided, and Kelli decided, we decided together, we're going to drop Southern Hospitality and we're going to do Atlanta, because I watched the first episode and the second episode, as to Kelli, and it's good. It is really good.
It is good.
It's good.
And not that we don't love Southern Hospitality, but there's only so many days in the week and we work full time.
Yes, there's only so much we can do. So the first episode was called A Warm Welcome, and that's where we meet the two newest housewives. The one is K. Michelle, and she has 4 #1 albums on Billboard, 5 gold records, 2 platinum records, and she is just about to launch her career into the country music genre, which is new for her. So that's
but it's something that she's wanted to do. She said, she was like,
yes.
When can I do my country? When can I do my country? Which I didn't realize that it was a hard genre for people of color to break into. It never occurred to me. I don't listen to country music, so I don't follow that.
I don't either. But she did mention about how Beyonce was, helpful with the Cowboy Carter, helping pave the way. And then the second episode where she goes, and Reese, I think was her name, right? Was also helpful. Yeah.
Actually annoys me that it took Beyonce doing what she considers a country album, because I don't consider it country. But because these people really are country artists. So why did it take a pop star to allow them to break into it? That's a little annoying to me.
I'm sure it's annoying to them too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure they're way more annoyed than we are.
It's true. That's true. I have no dog in this fight.
We also meet Pinky, and she is the founder of Slutty Vegan. She's a mother, a wife, a lover, but not a fighter. Okay. And she has built...
I don't know if this is for you then, Pinky.
Yeah. She has built a $100 million brand, and she considers herself that girl in Atlanta. The first episode, I really didn't take notes, and really what I got out of it was, again, the two new housewives, and that Porsha was having a dinner party, and that she did invite everybody, including Shamia, who she's still not on good terms with.
It seems that there are new alliances have formed, Porsha and Drew, surprisingly, and Shamia and Kelli, and then I feel like everyone else is kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, in the first episode, we find out that Shamia, for whatever reason, felt the need to do a YouTube apology.
Yeah, I don't even remember that happening.
Well, we didn't see it, because why would we? We saw the reunion, and that's where you're supposed to do those things. And Shamia and Porsha really didn't get closure at the reunion, if you remember. And also the way the reunion ended was Angela was giving heat to Phaedra for bringing in this guy. What was his name?
I don't even remember.
I can't even remember.
Something. I don't even remember.
Sneaky Pete. No, what was his name? I can't remember his name.
I know it wasn't Pookie.
No, whatever the guy's name was. Who I'm talking about, I cannot remember his name, and it is eluding me. But anyway, they didn't leave on good terms either. So we don't know how the season's going to start. But
Mhm.
Shamia does tell us in her confessional in the first episode that she and Porsha were texting back and forth to each other. And that doesn't go well. And it didn't go well.
No, my husband always says that, like, if you have something to say, don't put it in a text because nobody's gonna read it the way you're saying it. If it's
Right.
something serious, like, obviously
Right.
a, random text, but the interpretation can be all over the place.
Okay, it just came to me. Junebug. Junebug was the guy. Junebug, do you remember it?
Junebug was
Junebug.
somebody's cousin.
Junebug was somebody's cousin and calling Phaedra the godfather and that she was the one making the calls about, it's just craziness. It was craziness.
It was craziness, but I still stand firm in that I believe that Phaedra did have something to do with it. I'll tell you what, after these first two episodes, Phaedra and Porsha, they make great TV, so they're not going anywhere, and that's fine. They have zero credibility when they accuse somebody of something, they're like, I got the receipts. They never have the receipts.
They
They
don't.
never, ever, 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 ever have the receipts.
They're so confident in their speaking, though. So
I mean, really double down. They commit to the story.
they definitely do. And didn't I tell you Angela looks amazing? Doesn't she look amazing?
She does look amazing. She does look
what
amazing.
is different? What is different
I
about
don't
her?
know.
I can't figure it out.
I think she's contouring her face differently because they kept talking about LaToya Jackson nose. I think she's contouring differently. I mean, she's got a banging body. She's always had a banging body.
She's amazing. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought
think
this
she's
season she
contouring
looks
differently.
amazing. That could be it. Yeah. So at the party, Shamia's there. She does show up a little bit late, but her husband doesn't come.
Don't you think that was on purpose because of what Porsha did at her birthday party?
I mean, it could have been, but I do think it was because she was waiting for her husband, who was supposed to be coming in from a trip, and he called her last minute. I mean, it could have all been staged. Who knows? All of this is very staged.
Yeah. I just felt like she was like, you screwed me my first scene of my first season. So back at you.
Yeah. And we meet Portia's man for the moment is at her party, right?
He was fine.
I think his name was Michael or something. Michael.
He was a handsome guy, Mike. Yes.
He was.
Very handsome.
And Drew showed up with her friend, Black, on her phone. But they're just friends. She's still maintaining that they are just friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a little odd.
I mean, does he live far away? Is he across country? Is he in LA? Why was he on the phone?
I don't know.
He was not in the basement, though. We do know that much.
No, he was not in the basement. Somebody said on our social media, and I didn't look it up yet, but I will look it up, that Ralph won the house. I can't believe he would win the house.
And custody of the kids. He got
well,
custody.
I don't.
He got,
that's
what was out. That's what was out today, that he got full custody of the kids. Because
did you see it in a reputable source? Like, was it on page 6?
I don't know. Again, I saw it real quick.
I bet you it's not true.
Something about the kids missing a lot of school while Drew had custody. Like, she wasn't sending them to school. But again, with AI, you really don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I was going to say we're not going to speak on that because I don't know that that's true. I would like to look that up because you know, unless it's like a reputable source. Like, I do trust page 6. I do trust TMZ. At least they do some research. Like, but some of these other places just put BS out there, which is frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's pretty much all I took away from the first episode. So now the second episode, is called Rumors and Raised Eyebrows. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. But we get their taglines this episode, which again, I was surprised. Second episode, we get the taglines. So.
And I also noticed Rhode Island, we had their taglines. Third episode.
Yes.
I don't know if we
episode.
had them prior to that, right? Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
We got them third episode too. So the Portia's tagline is, I've lived many lives and all of them have been fabulous. Drew's is, if you cast me in your drama, I only accept leading roles.
I actually like hers.
I think Drew looks amazing too. And I do actually like the Porsha-Drew friendship.
As do I.
Shamia, I've been loyal to a fault and now I'm ready to have my own back.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for, Shamia. She don't want to be anybody's lapdog.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Kelly's is, I am short seasoned and always a full course meal. I don't really like that one. I do like Angela's. In a field of players, I'll always run it back. I actually like that for her.
I do too.
Phaedra's is, in a world of legends, they call me the Godfather. I think it's funny considering Junebug.
Yeah, it's very fitting for this season, coming
Yes.
back from last season. Yeah.
Pinky's is, while they're busy beefing, I'll stay vegan, which makes sense. Like, that's her
Yep.
thing.
That's cute.
And K. Michelle is, I don't need any background singers. It's always my show. Again, I like it. I like it.
I did one thing about the first episode, I will say, and I don't know if this is going to be a good thing for K. Michelle or a bad thing, but when she got up from that dinner and was like, I don't want any part of this, it's like, well, you're going to need to want to be part of it. Unfortunately, this is what Housewives is. So if you're going to up you and your new husband from Nashville to Atlanta, you have to sit through these chaotic dinners. Unfortunately, because this is what Housewives has become. It's not the days
Yes.
of yonder where you can just show your fabulous life, unfortunately.
No, I totally agree. And honestly, even when she was sitting there with Porsha and Kelly, you could see she was very uncomfortable with the conversation. And honestly,
Very
I don't blame
uncomfortable.
her. I don't think that that was the place to have the conversation. I don't know why Porsha would have that
It just
conversation with
came
her
out
there.
No, it just came out of left field too. Like,
Right.
was
It
it just
did.
like was it like just one of these, like, I see you? But again, why did K. Michelle have to be there for that?
Right.
And then you get up and hug it out? Like, come on, Porsha. What are we doing here? Are you gonna housewife
Yeah.
it? Or are you not gonna housewife it? Why bring it up
Yeah.
if you're just gonna hug it out anyway?
Yeah. So before that happens, we start out with Shamia and Pinky are doing the cold plunge thing. Ugh, I'm sorry. You're not ever going to get me to do that. I'm not doing
No way.
it.
I still haven't done my float spa. I'm wondering if it's cold in there. I'm hoping not.
No, it's not supposed to be. They said it's supposed to be like
Okay,
body
good.
temperature.
Perfect. But yeah, no, you won't find
Phaedra.
me in a cold plunge.
No, me neither. Phaedra and her oldest son, Aiden, and he's driving her around. Her in her confessional and the shade. OMG. This is what I love about Phaedra. I love her with her shade, and it is so effortless for her. She said he's been driving since he was 12 years old. He's actually his dad's designated driver.
Chef's kiss.
Yep.
That
The producer
was
said,
so good.
so good. The producer said, now yours? Phaedra's like, I ain't no drunk. Nope, nope, nope. I'm a Christian lady.
That was so good.
So
Didn't
good.
you like identify with her so much sitting in that passenger seat while her kid's driving her? Like, it brought me right back. I was like, oh man, thank you, Jesus. Those days are over.
It's so sweet though to see the flashbacks of Aiden going to kindergarten and then him driving the car. And honestly, he looks exactly the same.
He does,
He looks
but but I'm still your baby.
I know. I mean, honestly, she has always had the cutest boys, and I am sure that they are little gentlemen because she would not accept anything less from her
No,
sons. I
she
am
wouldn't.
sure that they are actually young men now because I mean he's driving.
Mhm.
I'm calling him little, but so I love Phaedra. I really
Adorable.
do.
Yeah, she's good TV. I give it to her. She's good TV.
Yeah. Drew is talking to Angela, and she's inviting her to her premiere. So she's got a movie premiere coming out, which good for her. Good for her.
With
Then we see Drew.
who's she with?
Claudia Jordan.
Claudia Jordan, who was a Real Housewife of Atlanta in the blink of an eye and then
Yes.
gone before we knew it. Yeah.
Yeah. They look great together, too.
Yeah, they do. I always liked Claudia Jordan.
I did, too. I don't
I feel
really
like
know
they
why she
should
didn't
have
make it.
Yeah, they should have given her some more time. I don't know who she beefed with, but they should have given her more time on that.
Probably Kenya. I would say probably Kenya.
I can't remember if she beefed with Kenya or if they were friends. Like, I was trying to figure out who brought her on the show, but it might have been Kenya. You're probably right.
I feel like Kenya was beefing with all of them at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And honestly, I don't miss Kenya. I really was not I was never a fan of Kenya's. I was not. I don't miss her.
Like, I don't miss her either. I thought what she did to Britt last year was horrific. Horrific.
Yeah.
Like, but I felt bad for her what she went through with her divorce and that douchebag that she married. I did feel for her. But yeah, after what she did to Brit, and not that Brit was a fan fave, but I mean,
No,
she
but still,
basically
you
like
don't do
slut
that.
shamed her on national
Yeah.
television. Like, that's not
Yeah.
okay.
No, it's
Not okay.
not. It's not. So then we see Porsha shows up at a place called the Dirty Tea. That place looked very quaint with the sparkle teapots
Yes.
and the whiskey tea. I mean, not that I drink whiskey, but the whole concept, I'm in for the dirty tea.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I guess that's what makes it dirty, the
Yeah.
whiskey. But yeah.
And she has K. Michelle that meets them there as well as Kelli. And we find out from K. Michelle that she is doing the ACMAs because they are honoring Reese Palmer. And she has been fighting, this Reese Palmer has been fighting for African American women to get into the country music genre for a very long time. And the fact that they've asked K. Michelle to sing and perform there it means a lot, which I can absolutely
Yes.
understand that.
Yeah.
Porsha then all of a sudden says to Shamia, I feel like when Shamia and I grew apart, like that's when you guys got closer. You and Shamia got closer. And I was like, I mean, that may have happened. But then all of a sudden she's like, you said in an interview that I needed to stop effing other people's husbands. And when you were doing the same thing, I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah, like I just feel like it came out of left field.
It did.
But again, these housewives have to stop doing podcasts in the off season, because
This
this is
wasn't
where
a
all the trouble.
podcast. It was an after show. It was on the after show.
That's right. It was an after show. You're right.
It was
You're
an
right.
after show.
What that was, I believe Kelli made that comment after Porsha made the comment about Charles Oakley. Like, I should try to F him. Remember with that late night when the cameras went
Yes.
down?
Yes.
I think
yes.
Kelli said that in response to that. Which,
I mean, it
don't
could
try
be.
to F Charles Oakley.
Right.
He's married. You
Right.
said it, Porsha.
So Kelly's like, what are you talking about? Like, I've never effed a married man. And what are you talking about? And all of a sudden, even what Porsha says, because Kelly says, well, you must have receipts. She's like, oh, yeah, I have receipts.
I know
in her
receipts.
confessional, she's like, I am the receipt. I'm like,
No, you're not.
okay. She's like,
No, you're
I
not.
was talking to someone who was with the man that you were sleeping with, and you had said Portia's name and Dennis's name. That right there is enough for you to say, this did not happen. Who's sleeping with someone and talking about Porsha and Dennis?
Exactly.
Who? Why would you be doing that?
Yeah, that was. And then he supposedly, whoever this phantom guy is, supposedly texts Porsha and said, oops, I just effed Kelly or something like that. Like,
Right,
huh?
right.
Why? First of all, why would a married man who just screwed somebody else put that in a text where it could be a screenshot could be taken and sent to his wife?
Exactly.
And none of it makes sense. There's no receipts. Porsha has zero credibility.
None of it makes sense. And Porsha was on Watch What Happens Live. And did you see it?
I watched the Watch What Happens Live. Now I'm trying to think who was on. Oh, no. I watched Liz and wait, was she with Porsha?
Yeah, it was Liz and Porsha. Yeah, so Andy asked her.
Bartender. Yes.
Andy asked Porsha, and she said that the wife doesn't know. She's still standing by this. The wife doesn't know.
And that's why she didn't say his name.
Right.
So damn
and she
bullshit.
never will say his name because the wife doesn't know. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just messy. Just messy.
Yep. Way messy.
And I just don't like that you started that way. Like, why did you have to start that way? You could have started clean.
And then get up and hug her like everything's okay.
Well, I will say this. The getting up and hugging was actually Kelly's idea.
Yeah,
Kelly
she said, "Are we going to hug like Drew?"
Yes. And I think, according to Shamia, Kelly said that because she wanted to change the energy and she just wanted it to end, but she wasn't okay with it, which that does make sense. That does make sense because when she starts telling the story to everybody, she's calling her Whoresha.
Yeah,
So
which I don't agree with that either, because first of all, that's
no,
also slut-shaming, and second of
no.
all, if you had something to say, she should have continued to address it with Porsha, but I understand, like, on camera, if you keep going, Porsha could really pop off. We've
And
seen
in
it.
this little tea house, like that was a little place.
Yeah, so I understand, but Kelli went too far. It was very much like Potomac when Kiarna was talking about the me mugging. You know what I mean? Like, she had a lot to say behind Angel's back to everyone else. Yeah, it was very much like that. Like, you have to
Yeah.
be consistent, because if you're inconsistent, you're going to be called out on it, which I believe
No,
Kelly's going to be called out on.
yeah, no, I totally agree because after that whole thing happens, like Michelle looks over at Kelly and she's like, Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I did have to mention this because it really threw me off. I have no idea what Kelly was thinking when she showed up with that scarf on her head. And she left it on the entire time she was sitting there because she looked absolutely ridiculous. Like, what was that? What was that look she was going for?" I was like,
I mean, it's one thing
it
if you're in a convertible, but once you get to your destination, take it
take the
off.
scarf off.
Take it
It was too
off.
much. It was too much. It was too much. I really had a problem with that scarf. I really did. I did.
So funny.
I don't know. Whatever. They hug it out and then they leave. The next thing we see is Pinky and her husband Derek and her son, and we find out a little bit more about Pinky. So her and her husband have been together for 5 years, and Derek has 2 older daughters, Dallas and Denver, who are 11 and 9. Then they have Diella, who's 4, DJ, who's 3, and Dash is the baby. But when she was saying that, she was saying DJ's name twice.
She didn't remember her kid's name. I think you need more protein, Pinky. I think the lack of protein in your diet has made you gone mad. How do you forget your kids' names?
I don't know.
Wild. You know, 5's a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's time to stop having kids if you're forgetting their names.
Well, I don't know. Listen, I actually like Pinky, and I think she's a tough cookie because we hear a little bit more about her. We meet her mom, Ishelle. I've never heard of that name before, and it kept trying to spell check it when I kept typing it in. But she says her mom grew up very Jamaican, and so, she was a hard worker. She was always working multiple jobs, and Pinky started Slutty Vegan in 2018 in her 2-bedroom apartment, and it was like a ghost kitchen, and then she got a food truck, and then it just kind of exploded. Like, she had lines of people, and then she got more food trucks, and eventually she opened up 14 locations, and she's got this $100 million brand. But then the people that she put in place were not doing what she needed them to do, and she was $20 million in debt. I was like, "Oh, my
How
heart
does that
sank right
happen?
there."
How the hell does that happen?
Yeah, my heart sank. So she lost her company, but she only lost it for 43 days. So she was able to buy it back. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm telling you, it was a lot of hard work and determination. And all of this while she has 5 children, one of which is an infant. Like, she had a lot going on there at all. Oh, while she's also starting filming probably in the interview process of Real
Right,
Housewives
for this.
of Atlanta,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
As a lot. As a lot. At that point, I just said to her, I give this woman mad respect because she's like a dominant force of nature. Like, this is a lot. And then she starts talking to her husband, who turns out he has got fast food restaurants as well.
Yeah, now, what about her saying, like, people were saying he didn't support her through that? Like, what did that mean?
Yeah, because I don't know
Like, I
what
would
that
have liked
meant.
a little bit more clarification on that. Like, was that word on the
Yeah.
street? Like, what did he step out?
God, I hope not. Not with those 3
I
babies, I
know.
hope not.
I know. It
I
doesn't
mean,
seem like it. They seem very
no.
solid, those 2.
No, they do. And she said they don't have a prenup, so whatever he's got, she's got. So good on you, Pinky.
Yeah, for sure. Both
Right?
of them, really. Both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have no choice but to support each other now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Derek does say, it was hard for him to watch her struggle. And I guess because they started having this conversation about, he said he's got a she's got a pop-up coming up, and he was talking about franchises, focusing on franchises and company stores, and she was giving him advice, and he's like, I was in the business before you." So, it sounds to me like, 1, he was in the business before her, and she ran into this problem, and I don't think he really knew what had happened, because I don't think she knew what had happened. I think all of a sudden she put these people in place, and all of a sudden she finds out they're like mismanaging her money and they're not running it the way she thinks the way it should be run, because she's actually in there doing all the physical work and like running the stores and stuff, right? Is what I think is happening. I don't know though.
Yeah, I wonder if it was like a family member who was managing her money or, a friend, like what happened to Robin and Juan Dixon. Like I
Yeah.
feel like starting out a business, you really have to find a professional that you're not linked
Yeah.
to help manage your money, an accountant or whatever you need, because
Yeah.
your best interest might not be the number one priority if it's somebody too close to you.
And when you grow that fast, that's also like all this money's coming in, and it's just as easy for all that money to go back out if you don't have anyone watching it.
And like a food truck, that's probably like a cash business for a long time before you get to the point where it's
Yes.
not. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
But she's got it back and she's on a better trajectory now, so I wish her all the success.
for sure.
Then we meet Dr. Caston, that's Kay Michelle's husband, new husband. This was an interesting story too. So they met, they've been friends since junior high, and they dated for
Mhm.
10 or 11 years. And she was saying that she didn't really need to get married. So he decided he wasn't going to ask her to get married. And then she said, "What? No, I do wanna get married," so they broke up, and they were separated, and I guess then he realized, "Maybe she is the one for me, maybe I better go back and get her."
Well, she went on that king's court.
Okay, that's what happened,
I
and
didn't
then
watch it. I feel like I should have because it looked
yeah,
good and the guys were very good looking,
mhm.
but I don't know if like it's kinda like The Bachelor, but with multiple guys is how I took it.
Yeah, well, she did say that this other person was going to propose,
Oh, so she
so
must have
it
made it
must
to the end. Yeah.
yeah, 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 so she must have made it to the end,
Mhm.
and that's when Dr. Caston decided, maybe she is the one."
He shit and got off the pot, as my nana would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and she said, which I did kinda like in her confessional, she said then he popped the question because he didn't have a choice. And then you see him in the courthouse, she's like, "I'm not gonna give you some fairy tale story, like, pretending like this is some fairy tale ending, like, we just got married at the courthouse." I was like,
Right,
"Okay, I like that you're being
right.
real. I like
Yeah.
that you're being real."
Well, Porsha didn't even know it seems like Porsha brought her on the show, and Porsha didn't even know she
Yeah.
got married.
No, 'cause like she said, it was at the courthouse, and it was like a quick thing. And we find out that he has a successful practice with his father, a dental practice in
Dental.
Memphis, Tennessee. Well, that's a hard thing to walk away from, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I don't know how many people split their time between Tennessee and Atlanta, but, you know, you have to kind of I would imagine when you open up a dental office, you want some patience prior to opening.
Yeah.
I understand
And he
branching out, but
I do too, but he
normally
doesn't
it's
even have his
within the same
license.
state. Right,
He's not even a
right,
licensed dentist. He's gotta get his
right,
license
like
first, which is
yeah,
probably paperwork, but still,
I don't know,
I
yeah,
don't know.
hopefully.
Yeah. And I was surprised to hear that wants to have children.
Mhm.
She's always wanted a baby girl. She always wanted a mini me, and God had a sense of humor and gave her a son. And her son is a lot older. I don't know how
Yeah.
old he was, but he's a lot
What's
older.
that, at least, like, 17, right? 18, like, upper
Yeah.
teens, maybe?
I thought even maybe 20s, to be quite honest with
Yeah,
you.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, good for her. I think that I can't even imagine. I know that a lot of people do this, not a lot of people, but a fair enough amount of people do this. They have grown children and then decide that they want another one, and God bless you to go back and do that again, because that is a lot of work. It is a big
Yeah,
commitment to start from scratch.
yeah. Not for me.
No, no, not for the faint of heart.
Nope.
I mean, and
I'll
she's
shut
got this
that
successful
shop down.
career. Right? She's got the successful career, but I guess if you've got that want, you've got that want, so
Yeah, and she's got, she's been very successful in her career, and now she finally got her country album, so maybe it's like, check,
yeah,
check, check, now I wanna check off having a baby girl, but you're never guaranteed, so
right.
but I'm sure if she got another healthy baby boy, she'd be just as happy.
I hope so, I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
Then we see Shamia meets up with Kelly, and Angela meets up with them a little bit later, and Kelly is talking about her ex-husband just did an interview with Tasha K. I have no idea who Tasha K is. She must be an Atlanta person. Did you look her
I
up?
don't either, but no, I didn't, I should have looked her up, but as soon as Angela heard it, she goes, "Oh, that's never good."
Right, exactly. I'm like, "Oh,
You
no,
should have
not
looked her
Tasha
up.
K."
Exactly. Yeah, yikes.
So she lets us know her divorce was final in 2024, and I get it, she wants this behind her, and why is he
God,
doing
yeah.
interviews? Like, what is the point?
By the way,
What is
are
the
you
point?
paying child support for your kids? Are you getting paid for the interviews where you're trash talking your ex? Because maybe you could pay some child support.
Yeah, I don't know. But then Angela does ask Kelly, like, how her business is going and how are her finances, which initially I thought, well, that's a really bold question to ask somebody. But I mean, Kelly was okay to talk about it, which I thought that was good because
Hopefully, Angela knew it was in a better place, and that's why she asked.
yeah, because that's a tough question to ask somebody, right?
On national television, sure.
Yeah. So we
With
find out
cameras in
that
your face.
yeah, that she was really struggling getting this location open. There was a lot of red tape and a lot of hurdles and all the legal fees that she had to pay to get the divorce from her husband. And I mean, remember she had security at one point
Yeah.
and all this. And now this restaurant is finally going to be opening this weekend. But poor Chacha has not gotten her hair done in months because the money is tight. Although
I was
Chacha
happy
still
to
was
see
pink.
Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha looked amazing. I was happy to see her. She looked amazing. Like she hasn't skipped a beat.
I know.
A little bit of roots, but it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I don't she's so funny. And then Kelly's telling Angela and Shamia what happened with Porsha at the dirty tea, and that's when she starts calling her Whoresha.
Old.
Yeah. Drew's movie premiere for the movie's called Run. Like we said, we saw Claudia Jordan there. Angela and Phaedra at the premiere, they spoke to each other and they said everything's good. And I was like, oh, well, that was easy. I why can't they all be that easy?
I know they kind of squashed the beef, which I was happy to see it because,
No, I was
again,
too.
I still stand by. I think Phaedra had something to do with it. But at this point, if you can't prove it, Phaedra can't prove she didn't do it. Angela can't prove that she did do it. So what are we going to do? Thankfully, these women know that viewers do not want to see the same storyline as last year.
That's very true.
Angela is still standing strong with Charles Oakley. He is still the same Charles Oakley. I forget I don't know what happened when they were filming together, those two, but he did something. I was like, that is so Eric. Like, Eric, it was interesting. Listen, he's not schmoopy boopy, lovey dovey.
Right.
Like, it's just
Right.
not their relationship, and that's
No, no.
okay.
Right. She's okay
It
with it.
doesn't, right. It doesn't make him a bad husband. If he's had indiscretions in the past, she has clearly gotten past it. They are fine. They are standing strong. So let's let it go.
Exactly. And Angela did apologize to Phaedra. And Phaedra accepted the apology and they're moving on.
Yeah, we're
I'm
good.
happy for that. I'm happy.
Yep.
Porsha arrives to the premiere with her new friend Sway.
Who was also at Watch What Happens Live with her.
Yes, she was also at Watch What Happens Live with her. Later on in the episode, I don't know if you caught it, maybe it was in a confessional, when Drew was talking to Porsha and they were talking about how they're on good terms. And they were talking, Porsha was talking about sway, and Drew said something like, "You're coming my way,"
You're
and
living my
referring
life.
that's it, "You're living my life."
And that was on camera in the scene, and then Portia's confessional,
It
Porsha
was in the
said, "Did y'all
confessional.
catch that?" Porsha said, "Did y'all catch that?" Because Drew was questioned at the last reunion about a female
She's
that
been
she was spending time with.
She had been questioned about that since the movie that was 2 seasons prior to that.
Right. But she
I mean,
denied it. She always denied it.
Right, right.
So if this wasn't an admission, I don't know what was. And my God, what it
Who
is,
cares? She's still married.
she's still married, which is
She's
also
still
why
married.
she can't say she's dating black.
Yeah, but why can't she? If they're legally divorced, I mean, excuse me, if they're legally separated and the judge is all involved.
Yeah, but Ralph seems like the kind of guy, like PK. Like if Dorit goes and dates somebody, like PK will use that against her as much as he possibly can. I feel like Drew, and I don't think Drew's any better than Ralph. I think they'll do it to each other. I think Ralph would use that against Drew in any way he possibly could. This is not an amicable divorce. He's still in the
Yeah.
basement, for crying out loud. If he was okay with it, he would have moved out by now.
Yeah. So then Angela winds up telling Porsha what Kelli said and how she was calling her Whoresha.
At first, I was like, come on, Angela, what are we doing? But I thought, this kind of is her role right now.
Angela's a little bit. Yeah, no, it is. It is.
And Kelli said it, so back it up.
Yeah. So Portia's not going to go to Nana's Chicken and Waffles grand opening.
Which again,
Because
I don't agree with because ensemble cast, let's all support each other.
listen, I put down, I really do like it when they all get along. I liked watching Angela, Phaedra, and Porsha and Drew all laughing and after the
Yep.
premiere. I like that. I like when they get
Yep.
along. Like they don't
Me
have
too.
to fight all the time.
I know, I'm with you, but I think we are clearly in the minority because it must be why the franchise has taken that turn. And that's what it's all about because most people do want to see the drama. I want to see drama. I just don't want to see
Right.
the
Right.
mean
I
girl
don't like it
shit.
to see it lingering on and on and on. Like just to add the little shade and then move on.
Right. Right.
Right. So then it's the day of the, Chicken and Waffles grand opening. Everyone is there. Cynthia's there. Everyone except for Porsha, but she does, and K. Michelle is in Nashville performing. She does send flowers, and of course she's not happy to get the flowers, and she says to take them away. So Pinky says to Kelli that she's really proud of her, and Kelli said, "Oh, because you left me on red." So I guess she invited her, and she wasn't sure if she was coming. And
No, she said that Kelli said in the beginning, it might have been even in episode 1, that because they were both in the restaurant industry, she had reached out to Pinky a couple of times, and Pinky always left her on red and never responded. Like, I'm sure Kelli reached out to her maybe for some advice or just to open up your network to somebody else in the industry. And she left her on red then.
Okay. And that's interesting because, I mean, they're both in the same industry. They're both Black women in Atlanta. Why would they not support each other?
But
there's
now
enough business to go around.
For
especially
sure.
when one is chicken and one is vegan. They're two different customers.
Yeah. But now, especially knowing that Pinky was going through a hard time with her business, maybe that's why. Maybe she was like, you don't want any advice from me. I just got screwed by my finance guy.
Actually, that's what it was, because she did say that. When she said, you left me on red, she said, well, I was going through some stuff. You don't know what I was going through. That's okay. All right. Now it makes more sense to me. I'm glad that we had this conversation because she just explained it to me.
We just gotta talk it
out.
Yeah,
we just gotta work through it.
Bear with us.
Sometimes I pick up things and sometimes you pick up things.
Exactly.
So then after that, we see K. Michelle is on the phone with her husband and she's in the hospital. She's leaving a message for him and she's in the hospital. I'll be honest with you. I was very confused about that whole situation.
I'm so happy you said that because I was super duper confused.
Okay.
So she's saying that she got illegal injections in her butt. But why would there be an open wound
Right. That's what
from
I'm
an
wondering.
injection? Maybe there can be. I'm not in the medical field. I don't know. So if any listeners out there have any input, please, by all means. She said,
Right.
the doctor said you have an open wound and it's infected. Can you get that from just injections? I think
Well,
it's more
actually,
than injections.
he said from a open wound from a prior surgery.
Exactly. That's not
So
injections.
it's not just injections. It must be like an implant, right? I mean, she did say
Yes.
silicone, right?
Yeah.
Silicone
So, okay,
got
Michelle,
illegal
word to the
silicone.
wise, honey. Don't
What? I
fabricate
think she's learned.
because people
Yeah.
will find out. And now we all like you. You're new to the show, but you lie. And then that's one
Well, I
strike
don't think she
against you out the
lied.
gate.
I don't think she lied. I don't really think she lied because she did say that she was crying about it. She said that she did it to herself. She said she got illegal silicone injections, trying to overdo it and overextend. Like, I think she may have just misspoke. Implants,
Maybe.
injections. I mean,
Maybe.
I'm not saying that
Maybe.
I don't think she's lying. The fact that she was so open about it, it was infected. She did it to herself. Like, she didn't even need this. I don't
Yeah.
think that she was lying. I don't think that that was it. And I did think that her assistant was really very kind to her and said, like, you should give yourself a little bit of grace. Like,
For
we've all
sure.
done things we wish we shouldn't have. And I thought, well, that was good. But again, I'm just a little bit confused as to why was she soaking wet?
Yeah, I don't
Like, that's what
I
I
don't
didn't understand. Like, why
I
was the
don't
couch
know.
all wet?
Because they were blow drying it, so it had to be clear. So it wasn't blood. So
Well,
maybe it
right.
was just some kind of clear.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
And she said she was numb, so it's not like she was in pain. Usually when there's an infection,
Yeah, you're in
there's
pain
some pain, right? There's some
or a
pain. I don't know.
fever.
Yeah, something. I don't
I'm
know.
sure we'll get more clarification next week. Next
Yes,
episode.
I think we will. And I think she's going to have it out with Porsha next episode too.
Well, she definitely approaches her. I mean, coming up on this season, she approaches her about saying something about a miscarriage or something, which is not okay.
No,
Like,
not
again,
no,
like, what
it's
are we
not
doing?
okay. No.
Do any of these women put themselves in the position of the person they're speaking to?
No, they don't.
Right? Like, would you, if that happened to you, if you suffered from that loss, would you want someone saying it to you on national television, calling you out for it on national television? No, that's a
No.
horrible
No.
experience.
No, I would not. So, that's episode 2. I like Atlanta. I'm glad that they're back, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad we're watching it. Real quick, not that we cover anything about this, but I did just see today that Britney Spears checked herself into a treatment facility.
She did.
I'm assuming she did it on her own accord, and I'm happy to see that.
Yes.
Not that I don't know if she has addiction issues or not. I'm not saying I do,
Well,
but
she
if
got a
if
I mean, she just got a DUI recently. It was
I
after the
didn't see,
DUI.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She just got a DUI recently.
Shit, her and
Yes.
Justin Timberlake. That is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, she just got a DUI recently. So it was after
I knew
her
that her
DUI.
son posted a video of her with some manic behavior, but we've seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I
Disturbing
think it's a
behavior. Maybe
combination. I think
manic's
it's a
not the wrong.
combination of mental health issues and self-medication, and yes, I'm glad that she's checked herself in. I
Me
hope that she can
too.
get
I wish her
the
the
she
best. We'll pray
needs.
for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad she's in a safe space and hopefully getting some help for whatever her issues are.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.